another beautiful Sunday afternoon, and we are back with the Wonder Years. And today, we're starting out in Janae's household. She is currently at her internship. It's been a couple weeks since she broke up with Devin, and he's departed for college. And she's still feeling very embarrassed about the breakup. She's not sure what to do with herself, so she's kind of distracted herself with schoolwork and extracurricular activities. She hasn't talked to him since then. She has talked to his mother a few times, just because his mother and her mother are best friends, and because his father had just recently passed. Janae's been going over there to keep her company since Devin is not around. Felicia says she's talked to Devin a few times, but it's been very brief. So Janae's feeling unsure about her feelings, and she hasn't told anybody that she's broken up with Devin, not even her mother or his mother, and not even Marcella, her best friend. So she's kind of pretending like he just went off to college and he's really busy. But her mom has noticed that she hasn't really been talking on the phone. They used to talk on the phone all the time. Like the phone was literally attached to Janae's head. And now they aren't talking at all. So she's a little bit worried. So she planned to take Janae to the side today at the internship to talk to her about it and find out what's going on. But it seems like Claire may be going into labor, so that's probably not going to happen. Janae is so oblivious to everything. Claire's like, Janae, I think I'm having the baby. She's like, what? You're having the baby? What do you mean you're having the baby? She's like, I think I'm in labor. I think I need to go to the hospital. Janae's like, well, I can't drive. Can you drive? She's like, no, just call an ambulance or call your dad. Janae's like, well, what should I do? Call the ambulance or call my dad? See, if Devin was still here and sitting in that seat, he could have told me what to do. But no, instead, he had to go to college and not talk to me. Like, just call your dad. So they're going to call Marco so they can go to the hospital. All right, so after several snafus, we finally made it to the hospital, just in time for Claire to get on the table and have the baby. Welcome to the clinic. Feel free to make yourself comfortable and ask one of our obstetricians if you need anything. You can try doing some labor-inducing activities such as taking a walk or doing exercise on a birthing ball. You will go into active labor once you are 10 centimeters dilated. Clearly, Claire does not need to do any labor-inducing activities because she is already ready for her epidural. Just give me a moment and I'll be right over to give you the epidural. Be sure to stay very still during the process. It'll be over before you know it. Where is Marco? And this is not my usual. Did this man come in to complain about the fact that she just broke her water on the floor? This is a maternity ward, sir. She's like, are you sure you're old enough to be a doctor? Because you look kind of young. He's like, I'm quite qualified and very experienced. I've done hundreds of deliveries. You're in good hands. Don't worry. Marco, where did you go? Why is Marco running out again? All right, well, it seems like she is ready to deliver and her doctor finally showed up. Thank goodness, because she did not want to have to use that young looking doctor. Marco, would you like to join us, or are you just going to stand in the corner the whole time? Look at him. He's not even paying attention to the fact that he is about to have a third child. Marco is a little nervous. He is really hoping this is going to be a boy because this is their third and final child, and so they waited to find out the sex. They wanted to be surprised, and Marco is crossing his fingers. Congratulations, Marco, you're having another girl. Claire's like, I don't care, just get her out of me. And Marco, you're never touching me again. Marco's like, not even interested. Marco, can you act like you're interested at least? I mean, the man looks like this is just another Sunday. Just a regular Friday morning. He's fine. He's happy to have a baby. All right, so Marco finally got over his disappointment in not getting a Marco Jr. And now he can't stop holding his new baby girl, Maya. Oh, they decided to give her an M name. So since he's not getting a Marco Jr., he's going to get a Maya. I mean, no one got named after Claire, and she's not complaining. I'm just saying. I mean, the baby's color still hasn't come in, but she looks just like Marco / Jasmine, so clearly it's his baby. Claire is still in her hospital gown and is already going for a glass of wine. She's like, this has been a long 9 months. I can't believe I made it that long without a drink. Today, the principal is visiting Jasmine's class. Everyone is to be on their best behavior and not interrupt the lesson. Unfortunately, the kid sitting behind her has decided to pelt her with something. Should she ignore it or ask the kid to stop? Jasmine's gonna ignore it because she's Jasmine. Drinking wine and vacuuming are Claire's two peaceful places. So she's decided she's going to vacuum finally, because clearly Marco did not do a very good job of cleaning up this place while she was, on bed rest. I mean, well, she wasn't on bed rest, but she was too big to do as much cleaning as she usually does. I mean, Claire, you could at least get out of your hospital gown, though. All right, so it ended up that Jasmine got pelted in the head by her crush, Arian Armstrong. So she ended up talking to him finally, and now they have invited him over for a play date after school. So they're gonna go into her tents to play, because clearly they can't use the TV since it still doesn't work. Promoted to mock trial teammate. Janae has been promoted to mock trial teammate. They meet on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday after school. Good job, Janae. All that hard work is finally paying off. All right, so Felicia is at her house and she has gotten into yoga to help with all of the anxiety that she's been having since Dennis's passing. She's not been able to sleep at night. She's not been able to eat. But yoga has helped a lot. So she's been doing it every morning. She's not the best at it, but she's just starting. All right, so they're not that far away from Clark Atlanta. So Felicia decided that she is going to show up to Clark Atlanta, to Devin's dorm, to find out what he's been up to, because he hasn't responded to her about the funeral, and the funeral's coming up soon. So she wants to make sure that he's going to be there. And his roommates are like, your mom's standing outside. He's like, what are you doing here, Mom? You're embarrassing me. I'm fine. I don't need you here. She's like, I'm here because you haven't been responding to any of my texts. And your dad's funeral is coming up soon. He's like, yeah, I know. I got all your text messages. I just haven't had a chance to respond back. I mean, how embarrassing. I mean, it's embarrassing enough. I'm only 16 and now my mom's showing up to the dorm. Felicia's like, I'm worried about you, Devin. It's like, there's no need to be worried about me. He's like, well, you can't cut off your family like this. I mean, yes, you're only 16. You shouldn't even be in college at this point. You should be at home, in high school, with your friends and your family. And I know you're going through a lot, but it's important that you show up for your dad. So I need you there. Did he really say yawn to the funeral? Devin's like, I don't really want to go, but I know it's important to you and Dad would want me to come, so I'm coming. Don't worry about it, Mom. And stop worrying about me. I'm fine. Felicia's like, I'm going to always worry about you, Devin. That's just how it's going to be. I'm your mom. He's like, well, don't show up here again, though. Anyway, I renamed Felicity. Her name is Felicity, but I renamed her Felicia because I feel like she looks like a Felicia instead. So disregard that. Anyway, she's like, I don't know what to do. Felicia was really counting on being able to get some support from her son because Dennis and Devin are her only family. She's really close to Claire, but she feels like, a burden since Claire just had a baby, but she has to call her now. All right, so we are now in Marcella's household in her new apartment that she shares with Emilio, and they're twins. And she's on her balcony playing cards with Elise, and they live in the same apartment building as her family, so she can get a lot of help from her mother and her sister. And Emilio's family helps pay the bills, plus he has a job. And so far things have been pretty rough, but they've been making it. So tonight they have decided to throw a housewarming or apartment warming party. So they've invited over her mother, Liz, so she can take the twins to her apartment while they throw the party. And, Liz loves being a grandmother, but, Friday night is not usually the best night because she likes to go out with her girls on Friday. But she's like, since you've been working so hard, being a good mother and going to high school as usual, I guess I will take your twins for the night so you can have this party. All right, so she had invited over Elise to help her set up for the party, and now they're just waiting for everybody to show up. Why is her brother-in-law here? Apparently, her brother-in-law has showed up for the party too. Where is Elise going? Elise, you set up for the party and then you left. All right, so people are showing up now, finally. Like some actual high school students are showing up. Even Mimi Landgrab got the invite and is here. All right, there's Janae. So Janae's gonna come out on the balcony to talk to Marcella. Finally talk to her about Devin and what's been going on. She's like, since we have a moment alone, I need to tell you something, Marcella. I really need to talk. Marcella's like, what is it? She's like, so you heard about Devin's father, right? She's like, yeah, that it was really terrible what happened to him. How's Devin been doing? Janae's like, yeah, I have no idea because I haven't talked to Devin in several weeks. What do you mean? I haven't talked to Devin in a couple weeks because we broke up. You and Devin are broke up? What do you mean you broke up? I don't know. Like, after his father died, he really didn't want to have any talk to me anymore, and then we got in a fight, and then I threw a drink in his face, and then he said he's going to college, and then I haven't heard from him, so we're broken up. Sounds like your relationship's more complicated than mine, and that's difficult. Who is standing behind her with... Why are you in our conversation, sir? Janae's like, I didn't even get to finish venting, and who are you? You just messed up the conversation. Yo, what's up? I'm Malachi Meeks, but you can call me Mal. You're cute. Are you single? Janae's like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm single. Marcella's like, she's single. She just broke up with her boyfriend. His name is Devin Thomas. He's an asshole. Do you know him? Malachi's like, oh, Devin? Yeah, that's my homeboy. I guess I can't talk to you. Why is the brother-in-law the main one dancing in the... Okay, so Emilio's cousin and his best friend Odell and Ahmed are here, so they're saying hi. Who is she saying she's attracted to? Apparently Marcella is desperate. She's now saying she's attracted to Carter Chester. I mean, really, Carter Chester's whole entire baby mama is here in the bathroom, and apparently is over there talking to herself, trying to talk herself out of beating up Marcella. Oh, even Susanna's here. Everybody's here. Carter Chester's baby mama has made her way over to attempt to talk to Emilio, who is completely ignoring her. He's like, you are not my type, and I'm not even trying to get into this drama. Oh, Carter Chester has made his way out onto the porch. I think he's trying to hide from his girlfriend. Janae's like, would you stop paying attention? Is she really over there watching Carter go into the... Look at Marcella. She's over there watching Carter go into the house. Oh, my God. Janae's like, can we get back to our conversation? Marcella's like, look, Emilio and Devin still talk every day. So I'll have Emilio call him over so that you can have a conversation with Devin. Instead of you having the conversation with me, where I'm going to tell you to just let things be and let Devin go because he's a jerk. All right, so now Marcella has to play the voice of reason for Jada because apparently she's the one with the most healthy and solid relationship, even though she's flirting with other guys, and Amelia doesn't even care. Marcella's like, so Jada, I see your old boyfriend is here. Maverick is like, so I came out here because I heard you were talking about me. So I figured I'd come out here to defend myself. Marcella's like, you don't need to come out here to defend yourself. You're old. There's nothing to defend. All right, so Amelia is trying to find out what happened to Devin because he was supposed to come and apparently he didn't show up. He's trying to ask Odell. He's like, you heard from Devin today? He said he was coming. Odell said, oh, he told me he wasn't coming. You know, he had other things to do, college parties and stuff. I mean, who actually thinks that Devin is at a college party? He barely went to high school parties. So Mimi's over here bragging about the fact that Graham stood up Nivea and has been flirting with her all night. Jada's just rolling her eyes and is trying to hear the conversation between Maverick and Marcella. And Marcella's over here still going off on Maverick. Maverick is sitting here seething. Look at him. He is not happy. The dynamic between Marcella and Jada is jokesters. She's like, but I'm not joking with you. You need to leave my cousin alone. Mimi's like, I don't like that kind of yelling. That just seems way too aggressive. Marcella's like, you realize this is my house, right? And Janae's going to get in the bed to cry. He's like, Devin didn't even want to show up to the party because I was here. Marcella is done with Maverick. Did Jada leave with him? Or is she still here? No, she's still... Jada is upset because apparently Maverick left without her. He's like, just go ahead and stay at this party. It's for high school students anyway. I'm too old for this. I'm too mature. He better be glad he left because Marcella is about to lose her shit. All right, so now that the place is destroyed, the party's over. Everybody's ready to go home before they get asked to clean up. All right, so the next morning, Devin finally showed up. Emilio's like, so you're hours late for the party, dude. He's like, yeah, I didn't really want to come to the party. It was just going to be drama. He's like, what do you mean drama? You mean, don't worry about it, but I had a lot of fun. I went to a couple of campus parties. It was cool, man. And I'm sure y'all's party was great. You didn't need me. So Marcella's inside still dancing because she is still twin free because her mom still has them. And Janae actually spent the night after she helped clean up the party. She didn't realize that Devin was going to show up the next day to the apartment. So she heads inside, thanks Marcella for giving me the heads up that he was coming. Marcella's like, I didn't know he was coming over here. Emilio must have invited him. Hey Devin, you doing okay? He's like, I'm fine. Is he crying? Janae's like, I understand if you're not okay, Devin. You can talk to me. Devin's like, can you just come in the room? I don't want to talk about this in front of everybody. Janae's like, you really need to go visit your mom. She's not doing well. Devin's like, why are you talking about this right now? I already told you to leave me alone, to leave this alone. But no, you can't do that. You have to go rile up my mother, and now she's showing up to my college trying to find me. Janae's like, it's my fault that you haven't talked to your mother in weeks, and so she's trying to find you? Oh, Lord, I did not come over here to hear this. It's you and my mom nagging and nagging and nagging. That's all it is. Nagging. It's like, we are not nagging. We just want you to do okay. We want you to be okay, Devin. And you're not going to be okay as long as you're holding on to all of this pain and not letting anybody in. Devin's thinking he really doesn't want to be here. But Janae's like, you know I love you, Devin. You know I just want to make sure you're okay. I don't want to hear it, Janae. I don't want to hear it. I mean, I love you too, Janae. Emilio's down in the trash closet hiding out with Marcella's brother-in-law. Marcella's brother-in-law's like, this is the only place I can get any peace. Emilio's like, yeah, well, somehow my house became drama central, so I guess I'll be down here with you from now on. Meanwhile, upstairs, somehow the yelling match between Janae and Devin became them falling into Marcella and Emilio's bed. No protection was used. Well, that's just great. Janae's like, so that was my first time. How about you? I just can't understand it. We were good together, weren't we? Devin's like, yeah, well, that was my first time too. But I don't think this changes anything, Janae. What do you mean it doesn't change anything? But we just made love, and you said you loved me, and I said I love you. Devin's like, yeah, but I'm still in college and you're still in high school, so I don't think it's gonna work out still. And I mean, you're just too dramatic. You just take things too far. Like, I mean, we have feelings for each other, but we're not compatible. Janae's like, what do you mean we're not compatible? Didn't you know that before we jumped into bed together? Devin's like, well, I think it was a mistake. It was a mistake, and I shouldn't have done it, but I mean, it just happened. But we're still not compatible, so it's not going to work out. Janae's like, you are complete trash. And Marcella's right, you're a jerk. Aggravating conversation. Regretting woohoo. I think they're both regretting that. Cheated? Languishing. Who did she cheat with? What, cheating on Devin with Devin? Alright, so they have awful compatibility. Broken up. Perceived as extremely attractive. Janae has a crush and now she feels guilty. What does she feel guilty about? Devin is deeply connected and furious. What the heck is he furious about? Anyway, Devin's leaving now that Janae chewed him out. And she's still yelling in the mirror. She's like, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I can't believe I told that man I loved him and he had nerve to make love to me and then break up with me again. So Janae passes Emilio out for his usual jog on her way home. and she decides she's going to take a nap because she barely got any rest last night because the party lasted for so long, and then she had to help clean up. What is Claire doing? I mean, Marco is attached at the hip with Maya, and I aged Maya because I really didn't want to have to deal with a newborn. So now she's an infant, and she looks like she's part of the family now instead of like she's a totally different race. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Jasmine's not sure how she feels about this baby. I mean, she is used to getting a lot more attention than she's been getting, especially from her dad, since her dad literally holds Maya constantly and has no more time for Jasmine. Jasmine's not really liking that too much. Janae has finally completely given up on Devin, and so she's decided to dive back into her work. I mean, it worked really well the first time. She became part of a member of the mock trial team, and she's been doing really well in school. Claire finally wrestled the baby away from Marco, and she's putting her down to sleep. And she wants to spend a little one-on-one time with Marco. I mean, Claire, this is how you got pregnant the last time. Apparently she forgot. Marco hasn't, and he's still wanting a boy. All right, that's the end of this episode. See you next time.